Hi everybody, Princess Rainy Cloud here and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time no see. The last couple of weeks I have been dealing with technical issues, so I had to take some time. This particular video I had made back, this one was the middle of October, second week in October, and it was such a beautiful day and the birds were singing, and I was just like, oh, it was one of those days where you're like, the sky was extra blue, the trees were extra green, and it was just so pretty. Long story short, I'm going through this footage and I saw something that blew my mind. Now, before I go any further, I want to go back in time just a bit to when I first really started getting interested in the subject of Sasquatch. When I really started realizing there was absolutely something to this was when, as I said, I started watching, kind of Googling it, looking on YouTube for information on Sasquatch, like, is this real? And I came across Scott Carpenter. Now, if you haven't ever checked out Scott Carpenter's channel, definitely go back and check it out. His research really stuck with me. And those were some of the first videos that I saw. And I just remember a couple of them, I was just like, what the hell? What the hell is this stuff? And, but the one that really got me is, I think it was called Bigfoot in the Laurels. I remember when I saw that, I was like, this cannot be, because you could see its face and you could see movement. You could see it move its mouth. And I just remember thinking, oh my God. Well, flash forward, maybe a year or two later, he had posted a Dogman, a picture of a Dogman. I remember when I saw that, I was like, what? Because I was still trying to grapple with the idea of there being an actual Sasquatch and ape man running around. And now you're going to tell me there's a dog man running around? It was just a little bit much for me at the time, but it was undeniable that there was something in this image. And I know the idea of Dogman has caught on a lot more since he had first posted that initial image. I'm not sure what it is. And I do have some hypotheses about it, because I'm in the camp where I think it might possibly be a type of Sasquatch, because I think I've mentioned this before. When you really think about, say, for example, another type of animal such as the canine, you have, the Chihuahuas, and then you've got the Great Danes, and they all originated from the wolf. They're just variations of that type of animal. I know this doesn't necessarily account for the fact that people are seeing these like giant dog footprints, so I'm really not sure exactly how that all fits together. But one thing I will say is that I have seen these type of creatures hanging out with the rest of the Sasquatch. So today's video is going to show you footage that I captured that day that I was looking for just regular animals, regular known animals, enjoying the day. And then later on, I'm looking through the footage, trying to decide what I want to keep. And if there wasn't anything on that video, I was gonna delete it. And I'm so thankful I didn't, because I found something that was like, oh my God, you're gonna see it. And I'm gonna put the video on. I'm gonna show you the full clip to begin with, exactly how it was recorded. Then I'm gonna go into, kind of broken it down into pieces so that I can kind of get a closer zoom in so you can see where it is. I've marked where it is, and you will be able to see this creature, its face, clear as day, its eyes clear as day. You can see its nose, you can see its ears. It's undeniable. And I was actually a little kind of scared sharing this, because it is so clear. There's no pareidolia with this. It is obvious. And where it's standing, when I went and kind of checked again to see kind of like how high those bushes were, I would estimate that where the face is seen at is at least 7 to 8 feet. I don't know if it's scrunching down. You can never really see the bodies because they, you know, camouflage themselves in the bush. So anyways, without further ado, I want to show you this video and then we'll come back and talk about it. Okay guys, so this is the original video, and I was out, as I mentioned, it was a really beautiful sunny day. I had been looking for some wildlife that had been spotted in the area. One of my neighbors had mentioned a family of possums. I can spot all types of amazing animals, deer, raccoons, skunks, possums. And so this particular day, because a lot of various animals have been spotted over in this area, I was really kind of looking and trying to zero in to see if I could see anything. But as you can see, just at first glance, it looks like a bunch of brush in the forest, leaves. It really doesn't look like much of anything. Little did I know what I was actually recording, and it was, well, I don't even know how to put it into words. It still blows my mind, even as I look at these videos, putting this together for y'all. It just totally freaks me out. So I'm gonna also break this down into smaller pieces of where the creature was spotted. So let's look at it in slow motion now. All right, guys, so the sun went down by the time I could finish filming this. So I thought I'd take us out here so you can kind of see the forest at night. So beautiful. It's just so peaceful. It's such a beautiful place to be, even with crazy Dogman running around. But anyways, I just wanted to see what y'all thought about that. Please leave a comment down below. I know it's very, it's kind of disturbing because you can really see it's big, like, you know, those big googly eyes looking at me, and it was full on watching me. I mean, I think it actually watches a lot more than I realize, or a lot of people in the area possibly, but I'm trying to get the word out. And that was one of the other reasons why I really wanted to make this video, is because not so much for the shock value, but because I really think people need to know what's going on with this thing, because it's not the only one. They're everywhere. And as I mentioned before, you know, Scott Carpenter, he does all his research and all his, you know, trail images and whatnot is all from like the Smoky Mountains. So all throughout the whole United States, for the most part, especially if you're in a forested area where there's lots of water and there's lots of food sources, you know, they're gonna be there. And I know I've mentioned this before, all the times growing up that I have gone camping and just whatever, I've never ever realized that this was there. And now, knowing that these creatures are real and they're really out there, it really kind of, it puts a whole new spin on the idea of camping. I still love camping. I don't think I will completely stop camping, but I certainly will be much more aware of what's going on around me, the potential dangers that are out there. It's no longer just, you know, mountain lions and bears and snakes and things like that. I mean, this could be significant, especially if it ends up being, you know, a creature that could harm other people. And we've heard of accounts, and we like to think that it is, you know, fiction, but when you see that it's actually real, you know, and you hear the accounts and you hear the horror stories, you can't write it off. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you've had any kind of experiences with Dogman. What do you think they are? I have another video of that same area that I had recorded prior to this one, and I found some really interesting things that I caught on camera, which I want to get into that a little bit more with you at another time. It's going to take some time because I've really got to I'm trying to wrap my head around it, let's put it that way. And I want to talk a little bit more about what I think these things could be and things that I suspect, because I really don't think they're fully, I don't know, I suspect these are not fully of this world, because of the various things that they can do. But I want to get into that a little bit more. Today's video has already been too long, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching, and again, I apologize for being so long in between my last video now. Hopefully I got everything solved, and you will be hearing from me again soon. So love all y'all, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.